Russell Westbrook is probably the most polarizing player in the NBA right now. Whether you think of him as the MVP who's broken almost every triple-double record in the history book, or an inefficient player undeserving of the accolades that have been bestowed upon him, that is up to you. But I've heard it all, trust me. Somewhere in the middle there lies who Westbrook really is as a player. And I think it's gotten to the point where what he provides on the basketball court has come to be unappreciated. Basketball fans should cherish what he's doing with the Wizards and in his career overall, because there's never been a player quite like Westbrook. Ever since Westbrook arrived in the NBA, his unbelievable athleticism, especially at the point guard position, has been a sight to behold. The younger Westbrook was a human highlight reel that made even the casual fans' jaw drop with his thunderous dunks and ferocious attitude on the court.
Westbrook, oh my goodness gracious.
And while that freakish athletic ability has somewhat declined with age, he still finds a way to be an impactful player on the court. When Westbrook was traded to Washington and paired with Bradley Beal, the idea was to help a subpar Wizards team to the playoffs, and that's what he's doing right now. Westbrook is a player that is at his best when there's ample spacing provided for him to be able to have a runway to attack the lane. And despite his athleticism tailing off, Westbrook is still a beast on the fast break who forces his teams to play fast as well. Before Westbrook joined Houston, the Rockets were 27th in pace. With Westbrook, they jumped to the second fastest team in the NBA. The same thing happened with the Wizards this year, who went from the 5th fastest team in the NBA last season to the fastest team in the league with Westbrook. That development has been huge for a struggling Wizards offense that is bottom 10 in half-court efficiency, but top 10 in transition. And as much as Bradley Beal is the offensive engine that helps keep the Wizards afloat, this team only succeeds if Westbrook succeeds. In the first 19 games Westbrook played this season, when the Wizards went 5-14, Westbrook's true shooting percentage was a dreadful 46.9%, and Westbrook's on-off net rating was -6.2. Westbrook's struggles earlier in the season can probably be credited to him playing through a torn quad. In the 36 games Westbrook has played since, during which the Wizards have gone 18-18, Westbrook's true shooting percentage has jumped up to 52%, which is just below league average. Westbrook also has a positive on-off net rating during that stretch. He's also, to his own surprise, leading the league in clutch field goal percentage this season.
You actually lead the NBA in clutch field goal percentage in the last 5 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. I didn't know that.
And Westbrook is once again averaging a triple-double, all while leading the league in assists and ranking in the 100th percentile in assist percentage among point guards this season. And in the month of April, where the Wizards are 10-5, Westbrook broke Wilt Chamberlain's 1968 record for most triple-doubles in the calendar month. At the time of writing, Westbrook has 34 triple-doubles on the season, and the 180 throughout his career is only one shy of tying Oscar Robertson's all-time record of 181. And for the crowd right now that is throwing tomatoes as they're watching this video, screaming that Russell Westbrook's triple-doubles don't mean anything, here's how the numbers tell it. The Wizards are 20-14 when Westbrook notches a triple-double this season. If you expand that throughout his career, Westbrook's teams have won 75% of the games where he notched a triple-double, with 135 wins and only 45 losses. There's some that would say other players could do what Westbrook is doing, but where are they? Why haven't they done it? After Westbrook beat Chamberlain's record, even he agreed, saying,
I honestly believe there is no player like myself. And if people want to take it for granted, sorry for them. But I'm pretty sure if everybody could do it, they'll do it. And I honestly make sure that I impact the game in many ways. Every night, defending, rebounding, passing, assisting, whatever it is that my team needs for me to be able to win.
Westbrook's quotes echo the same sentiments he had when Stephen A. Smith was critical about his game earlier this year, calling him out for not winning an NBA championship. But how much of that is really Westbrook's fault? Throughout his years in OKC, Westbrook was heavily criticized for his inefficiencies as a player. It was perceived that Westbrook was holding Durant back from being the player he truly could be, or that he couldn't lead a team on his own. And while there's merit to some of it, all of the blame can't be put on Westbrook. By all accounts, the Thunder front office failed all 3 of the MVPs it had by trading Harden, by building inadequate rosters around them, and never giving Westbrook or any of the Thunder trio a fair shake. It's made it easier for Westbrook to become the punching bag in this situation because of his often outspoken distaste for the media.
What you mean what happened? What you think what happened?
I don't know. I couldn't see.
Don't lie. Don't lie. You couldn't see it. You saw the instant replay 4 times. What happened? Thank you. Don't ask me a dumb question you know the answer to.
Ridiculous intentional.
Did you see it? What it look like? What it look? Did anybody touch him? Yes or no?
I didn't see the replay yet.
Oh, you didn't see it? But why you asking about something you didn't see?
I just saw
well,
it
then,
live.
well, then, if you didn't see it, don't ask me a question.
All of this has compounded to create a negative perception of who Westbrook is as a player. And while his overconfidence in himself may seem as arrogance at first, it really goes back to his own motto of why not, which Westbrook himself pinpoints as the confidence he had as an inner city kid in California who dared to believe he could make it to the NBA. Look, I'm not saying Westbrook's game is without flaws. He's still a careless defender who can sometimes lack the decision-making and shot selection that is needed for him to be at his very best. But he still contributes to any team he's on in any positive way he can. And he's one of the best floor raisers in the NBA. He proved it with the Thunder without Durant and Harden, and now he's proving it in Washington, leading a team alongside Beal that shouldn't sniff a playoff spot to a potential play-in game, all while receiving praise from the king himself, LeBron James. Throughout his career, Westbrook has somehow gone from underrated in college to taking over the NBA and winning MVP, only to become overrated and now somehow underappreciated for what he does. And I guess that's why he's so polarizing, because there's something so tantalizing about the what-if factor in his game. If only Westbrook could shoot better from 3, if only he could be a better defender, a better playmaker, if only he didn't have an attitude, if only he could be more controlled, if only he changed his game, well then in that case, he wouldn't be Russell Westbrook. Thanks for watching. If you like this video and want to see more content like this, hit that subscribe button.